Jennifer Tilly is looking down on 8-6 suited. Negreanu opens with ace-2 offsuit. That is a light but purposeful steal, using the ace as a blocker to reduce the chance he runs into a premium and leaning on position to realize whatever equity shows up later. Tilly answers with a re-raise. That choice is great against a suspected wide open because suited connectors play cleanly post-flop, deny cheap realization to the opener, and set her up to attack a player who loves to take flops.
It's a little too small, Jen. I feel Laak is going to be upset with you after that raise size because it's too small.
Last time I took advice from you, I lost the tournament.
Sorry.
Negreanu calls rather than four-betting. He keeps her range wide, carries the positional advantage into a pot that is not yet bloated, and quietly pockets the option to turn later cards into leverage, even when he misses.
Okay, now I'm going to do the dunk bet.
That's not a donk bet because you were the pre-flop raiser.
Oh, okay, it's not a dunk bet.
It's a continuation bet.
A continuation bet.
Tilly follows through for a small c-bet. The sizing stresses floats and gut shots and keeps her range comfortably uncapped.
A lot of bad cards can come off, and then I can just bluff raise the turn or something stupid like that.
You could.
Turn a pair into a bluff. I'm really good at that. It's one of my big things Bill Reynolds taught me.
Negreanu does not have value, but he does have a plan. He calls to float, buying one more card and preserving the initiative advantage that comes from acting last. If she slows on the turn, he gets to tell the next chapter. If she barrels big, he can release cheaply and move on. The texture inches toward the middling wheelish territory that favors the caller. Tilly checks. That single check compresses her range away from very strong overpairs and toward one-pair hands and draws that prefer pot control. Negreanu seizes the mic with a bet. The number is not huge, but the message is loud. He denies a free card to overcards, pressures hands like ace-queen and king-jack that c-bet once, and begins building a story that can arrive at straights and two-pair by the river. His literal hand did not improve, however his distribution did, because the cards he credibly represent improved. Calling the flop to take it away on the turn is classic small ball pressure, and he executes it cleanly. This is the card that ties the room together, and the run-out connects squarely with the very suited connectors that defend 3-bet pots from the blinds. Tilly leads small. That type of sizing often functions as a blocker, a way to name a price with a hand that does not want to face a pot-sized bomb. To Negreanu, that looks like a door left slightly open. He chooses to kick it in and chips. The shove polarizes him to the straights and strong two-pair he has been representing since the turn.
We probably have the same hand. Oh, so sick. You have 9-jack, right?
Would that be the same hand as you have? Because if you did have that and you didn't call by now, it would be a little bizarre.
You're in Jennifer Tilly's seat. You have the straight. Negreanu shoves over your small lead. What's your move, snap call, or an impossible fold? And why in one sentence? Best clear answer gets pinned.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have a 6? Can you raise me with a 6 out of position?
No.
That's crazy talk.
Tilly folds.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down on 10-9 suited.
Who lost the last one?
Me, that'd be me. Steaming.
Boom.
This hand sits in the suited connector bucket that plays well. Versus a 3-bet, it has equity versus broadways, realizes well in position, and can call profitably against most small blind ranges.
Such a good spot.
Oh, him again, him and his spots again.
Except you have to act first.
Oh, yeah.
Veldhuis re-raises to $7,000 from the small blind. That sizing represents a fairly standard linear small blind 3-bet, strong aces, broadways, and some pocket pairs. When Negreanu calls, his range keeps most suited connectors, suited broadways, medium pairs, and a few slow plays. Importantly, he retains position and stack to pot depth for post-flop maneuvering. Texture advantage is mixed. The small blind has all over pairs and more ace-10 offsuit. The caller has more 4s and 10x suited. Veldhuis continuation bets 11,500 with ace-queen of diamonds.
I love the 6-spot speech. That was the best part of this hand. It's fun. 11. Huh?
That's a good level, huh?
It was good. 6-spot. Boom, raise, da-da-da.
That bet targets folds from unpaired high cards and protects overpairs, while keeping bluffs like 2 overcards with backdoors. Negreanu's call with top pair and excellent run-out potential keeps his range uncapped. From Veldhuis's seat, once called, Negreanu's range condenses around 4s, 10s, pocket pairs like jacks through 7s, and sticky backdoors. This is a pivotal card, because trips remain the nuts, and gives Negreanu a valuable backdoor flush draw. Check makes sense for both. Veldhuis's ace-queen has little fold equity versus 4s and 10s, and hates getting check raised. Negreanu's check protects his flop call range, keeps bluffs in, and realizes 2 clean ways to improve, clubs and 9. Negreanu improves to 2-pair, 10s and 9s, while Veldhuis remains with ace-high. From a range view, the river shifts blocker dynamics. Negreanu's line contains more 9x, while Veldhuis remains with ace-high.
I'm all in.
So you're saying I made a good check on the turn? Is that what you're claiming? Such level. I mean, you know more about my game than anyone, so is that enough to make the difference for me? I would have felt better if I just bet the turn, you raised, and then I called. That would have been more fun. Fire on the river. Are you hoping that I'm going to play good here? I'm so confused.
Daniel calls, and for a change, sees some good news at Showdown.
$383,000 pot.
Ryan is looking down on ace-deuce suited. He got involved in a few bad beats that night, but little does he know the worst is yet to come. Nick Airball takes the button and turns pre-flop into a leverage spot built on position and blockers. His small 3-bet keeps his range wide and the stacks deep, daring the blinds to define themselves out of position. Ryan answers with a chunky 4-bet from the blind, the classic polarized blend of premiums and suited wheel aces that block 5-bet value. Nick's 5-bet to 33K is deliberately petite and keeps everything playable. That sizing telegraphs polarization 2 hands happy to shovel later, and a few suited high-card bluffs that block premium combos and still see flops well. King 9 suited is exactly that kind of wolf in sheep's clothing. It removes King X from Ryan, plays clean on Broadway boards, and retains disguised equity on monotone textures. Ryan's call with ace-2 suited preserves his 4-bet bluffs and defends his story, but it consigns him to the worst seat in a 5-bet pot and leaves him short on nuttiness unless he specifically shows up with the ace of hearts.
68,000 almost already in the middle.
The flop is a monotone Broadway dream for the button, and Nick has the dream within the dream King of Hearts and 9 of Hearts for the straight flush. On these boards, the 5-better naturally owns the suited high card advantage, so his small continuation bet works on every level. It pressures ace-high and medium pairs. It denies a cheap look to hands with a single heart, and it looks perfectly routine whether he's bluffing or holding the nuts. Ryan's call keeps his range wide but already shaky. With ace-2 of diamonds, he has no flush equity, no pair, and no blocker to the nut region Nick actually represents. He's floating almost entirely on the belief that later aggression will fold out hands like red queens or a single king of hearts. The problem is structural. Without the ace of hearts in his hand, his story is missing its cornerstone. Every call he makes builds a pot he'll be forced to bluff later with nothing to lean on. The turn is a blank for Ryan's real hand and a test of discipline. When Nick bets again for 26K, it's the kind of second barrel that keeps pressure on weak pairs and teases calls from single heart holdings. While we wait for Ryan's decision, I would be very grateful if you hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Thank you.
What is Ryan doing? He raises.
Ryan turns to the only weapon he has and check raises to 80K. On paper, it's a move that can make sense. A blind who 4-bet pre and check the flop can credibly represent slow-played ace-high flushes or overpairs containing a big heart. The trouble is combinatorics. Against Nick's 5-bet range full of king-high and ace-high suited broadways, you need the ace of hearts or king of hearts in hand to strip value from his continuing region. Without it, you're bluffing into a range that simply doesn't fold.
You can see Ryan rolling his eyes at himself.
Nick's decision to flat rather than jam is the final layer of control. It keeps Ryan's bluffs alive, invites another shove from weaker value, and guarantees a river spot where his straight flush is untouchable.
All in. All in.
And Ryan shoves.
You win.
And loses a $383,000 pot.
What a stupid
Wow.
river.
Vanessa Selbst is looking down at Jack 7 suited.
Vanessa maybe steaming a bit after that last hand. Looks like she's getting right back on the horse.
Pre-flop begins with a sequence that has become legendary in the poker world, not for its brilliance, but as a cautionary tale of what happens when leveling wars go completely off the rails.
He parlayed $50 into $50,000 one weekend.
And then that 50,000 is now what?
I don't know, 40 million or something.
7.2 million or something?
But I was like,
what's it like to have 7.2 million?
I would not know.
It's gotta be more than 7.2.
Right, it's more than 7.2. Two of the greatest poker minds.
I know, I like watching this stuff and not being in the hand.
Spirit and Vanessa battles.
Friedman, a veteran of the high-stakes online streets, looks down at pocket aces. He puts in a standard 3-bet to 4,000, looking to build a pot with the nuts. At this point, most players with Jack-7 would simply fold and move on to the next hand. But Vanessa decides to fight. She believes Friedman is attacking her opening range light, so she puts in a cold 4-bet to 13,200. She is turning her hand into a bluff, trying to re-steal the initiative. Friedman, holding the aces, must be delighted. He doesn't slow play. He 5-bets to 35,000. This should be the end of the line.
30? 35.
Vanessa convinces herself that Friedman knows she is aggressive and is therefore 5-betting light to exploit her. She decides to represent the only hand that beats a bluff. Pocket aces. In a move that shocked the table, she 6-bets to 106,200. She has effectively turned Jack-7 into a massive bluff for her entire stack, trying to force a fold from a range that simply cannot fold.
I'm all in.
Pralada's all in.
It is a mistake. I call.
Vanessa calls.
I can't.
Aces for Pralada.
No.
He's got aces.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bet
How
she's got
many do you
aces.
want to run it?
He has aces.
It's like 100%.
Of course. She has ace, king, or kings.
Nope, I have nothing. Twice?
Whatever you want.
Let's do 3 times.
Sure.
Okay.
She has live cards. Oh boy.
How much do you have?
He's got you covered, I think.
60,
Even worse, some of Vanessa's outs have been folded, so she's a bigger dog than she thinks. King 4-5.
That's not good.
6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
Don't waste it. God.
To the turn. 9 of hearts.
All right. Put a deuce of clubs. Oh, ace of clubs is good. I'm such a. Why do I do this to myself? Every time. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just,
Pretty sure he was laughing. 8 King 5 2 diamonds flush draw for Vanessa.
It's already a diamond over there.
There it is. That's the spirit. Show the other diamonds.
Yeah, 6 of diamonds would definitely be more useful here than it was in the last one.
Turn 5 of hearts.
Wow, Pralad is strong. How did he dodge it there?
No diamond, 3 of clubs.
What a brick.
break ball.
Super brick.
Bricktastic. So Pralada's 2/3 of the way to scooping the biggest pot ever won on the big game.
What an absolute gift from Vanessa.
4-6 king, 3 more bricks. This is getting hard to watch.
Not even a sweat.
Deuce of spades.
Nice hand.
Wow, Pralad did it. That's sick.
Phil Laak is looking down at pocket sevens.
I think he plays pretty well.
You really mean that? I almost want to bet you 10K you can't pass a lie detector test. Saying that you believe he plays really well.
Antonio's my PR guy for me getting paid off in these games and stuff, you know? I slip him a little.
I haven't had a 3 of a kind in 130 hands. You just come right in and...
Hockey sticks for Laak.
No problem.
Min raises.
I mean, that's your image. You don't even, like the guy crying calls with 3 kings, you know? Whee!
Cassavetes
Crying
calls.
call with 3 kings, yeah. There's no raise there, sir.
Yeah, just check, call.
Pre-flop begins with a fascinating mix of professional cunning and Hollywood ambition. Laak kicks things off from early position. His hand is squarely in the implied odds category and opens the pot to 800. Nick Cassavetes, the famous film director and a capable amateur, spots an opportunity to set mine with pocket 4s. He makes the disciplined flat call, hoping to flop a miracle. The action then moves to Barry Greenstein in the blinds. Barry has cultivated an image of a tight, solid player for decades. He decides to weaponize this reputation and decides to put in a squeeze play. He raises to 3,500, hoping to leverage his image to force folds from the medium pairs of Laak and Cassavetes. However, the price is too tempting and the stacks are too deep. Both Laak and Cassavetes make the call.
Barry, it looks like a phenomena. That's all you have?
Sorry.
Short stack Barry doing it to the people. It's what, every time I see you on TV.
You gonna let him call you short stack Barry?
He's got like 28,000. He's doing the short stack torture on everyone. And you have like a little fortune, 100, 200.
A little over 100.
The board is terrifying. The action checks to the pre-flop raiser. Greenstein, maintaining his aggression, bets 5,000. He is semi-bluffing, trying to represent an overpair like kings or aces. Laak check raises to 7,200. It is a massive power move that screams strength.
I fold.
Barry convinces himself that Laak is making a move with a draw.
Moves all in for 34,000.
Come on, Barry, one time.
And Laak insta-calls.
Handshake.
Well, I sure would have liked that.
Hey, how about this, Barry? We do it 3 times, but only the
One
first
time,
and last
Barry,
time
one
count.
time. Punish the Unabomber.
Okay, how about this, Barry? We run it 2 times, but only the second time counts. Because the first one I don't feel good about. Come on.
I
2
like
times.
that. The second
2
one
times,
counts.
the second one counts. Come on, you know as a math guy, it's the same thing. 1 time, just the first one, that's the one that has to
What'd you
count.
fold?
8 of hearts.
The first one's gonna be a loss. I can feel this.
How do you just come in and make hands like this? Is why he wins. I'm sitting here for 10 hours.
telling me this guy's not good?
And then I get involved
3
with a guy
kings,
who
top set. I mean, it's unreal. It's just unreal.
Except now I'm against an opponent who runs it once.
And then he raises 75,000. There you go.
Let's put an 8 of hearts out there.
8 of hearts.
4 spades.
Oh boy.
Cassavetes would have made a set.
Set over set. That's so
8 of
sick.
hearts.
To the river, 5 of spades, and Barry has gone broke.
Wow. Wow.
Now you and I would have had action with the 5
Oh,
on the river.
we would have gotten it. We would have gotten
You
it
would've
all
got
in.
all?
Yeah, we got the whole thing. All you have to do is not
No,
raise
you
like
bet
a
he
monkey.
calls. Bet call.
Well, I said,
It's the
what
luck.
am I supposed to do?
LOL Cashamans.